Well, welcome to today's Testimony Tuesday. It's an opportunity for us as a team and friends and community to share stories about what this light therapy technology is doing on people. And someone will send you this video, I'm sure, later just to inspire hope in you, whether you're already patching and just really continuing to build that belief, or whether you are actually looking at purchasing the X39 technology. What we're talking about today and in these videos that someone will send you is we're talking about a small little wearable light therapy patch that looks like this, literally like a little band-aid the size of a 20-cent piece. And essentially, when we say wearable light therapy, what we mean is your own body emits heat and light out from your body. And this just acts like a signaling system, like a mirror. And it's mirroring back your own body's light back into your body. But it's developed in this tiny little, like, white part here, the most minute little crystalline structure, like a ladder structure. And that is mirroring a frequency of light. So it's signaling your body to elevate a peptide that we do not produce very well ourselves, called a copper peptide, a very specific part of that peptide, renowned as the longevity fountain of youth peptide, but also known for increasing cellular activity and switching on your own body's dormant stem cells. And so when those stem cells begin to wake up in your body after like months of use, then what begins to happen is your body will know what to prioritize in terms of healing and uptake and impact. And so this is why the stories are so vast and varied from people all over the world that are patching. Some of them are quick, like 20 minutes, and some of those genes begin to reset. Others, it's like 3 and 6 months out. They're really seeing the breakthrough because this is regenerative technology at its finest. Albert Einstein says the future of medicine would be in light. And this is exactly what we're seeing. This is not a medical device, it's a wellness device. And it's simple to wear, and it's less than about $5 a day, a cup of coffee a day to be patching. So we're going to hear a few stories today. We do like to make a disclaimer around those stories that we are not diagnosing or treating or talking about cures. We're just talking about the body doing what it is designed to do. And so we're going to hear some stories today. And hopefully, what it's going to do is put hope and elevate hope in your life. It's going to make you think about other people that you could share this opportunity with, this technology with. And also, it might make you think about, what if I started sharing this out with other people as well? And this is very much just a person to person way that we love sharing. So the first person we're going to hear from today, her name is Annie Lin. She is based out of Taiwan. She kind of goes everywhere around the world, often here in Australia. I had such a joy of getting to know her, traveling with her, but she is patching anyone and everyone that she knows and loves and doesn't know and just meets for the first time. So Annie, where are you in the world right now?
Hi, Vanessa. I'm in Taiwan. I'm on the highway driving to Taipei for golf. Yeah. So I
I
started patching July 2024, and she gave me the patches because I had a really, really jarred shoulder. I couldn't move it for at least a month and a half. I tried acupuncture, physio, essential oils. Nothing was working. After 2 weeks on these X39 patches, I was doing yoga and golfing again.
Wow.
So I was like, yep, sign me up. I got the biggest pack. I got it for 3 months. I gave it to my dad and my grandma. My grandma's 87 this year, and my dad's 69 this year. They have so much energy and mental clarity. Yeah, and they feel amazing. I feel young. I feel like I'm 20 something.
Wow.
Even yeah.
I've have seen you post pictures about your dad at the gym. So like what was their quality like before that? Was it still generally quite healthy?
Dad had a health scare from a lot of other reasons, but after being on the patches consistently, and he was reluctant as well, but I was there just putting it on him every day, and now he just puts it on himself. Yeah,
Wow.
he feels great, and he's like, "Oh, so I put the X39 on my neck." Yep, Eon, the anti-inflammatory one. He just puts it wherever he feels like he needs it. Even
Wow.
grandma gets aches. She's 87. She's had a stroke when she was 60. She's 87. She's just walking every day, puts the patch wherever she needs it.
That's amazing. So, I mean, obviously you are in a country that values longevity, right? Like we know that inside and out beauty as well, obviously too. So, talk to me more about what are you noticing? What are people noticing even around you?
Oh, for me, the X39 produces collagen within the body. So collagen for the bone, for the muscles, for the skin elasticity, and for sleep. I've been getting so much deep sleep, REM sleep, just crazy. I just sleep like a baby almost every night.
Wow.
And my monthly cycle, no pain, like it's great. It's doing wonders for me and my family as well.
Yeah.
And energy, like I play golf and then after 13, 14 holes, I don't get tired. And I'm running around and people are like, aren't you tired? I was like, no, I've got the X49, X39 on.
And you're driving 2 hours to
On,
get
yeah,
to that
yeah,
golf
yeah.
place today as well. All right. And then so you now do this really like your family's in business, you've got multiple things going on, but this has really become a focus for you now, hasn't it? Helping people in this way.
Yeah, correct. LifeWave's been in Taiwan for 19 years, and we've only heard it through you and Ange less than 2 years ago. And it's an amazing product. It works, and it's less than a cup of coffee a day.
Yeah.
And what's the point of living if you're not enjoying life? Like, what's the point of all that money in the bank if you can't live the way you want in health and
Yeah.
happiness, right? So I love sharing the patches because the X39 works.
Yeah, it so does. Well, we're so glad to have you on our team and we love what is happening, even in your family. And that's the thing is that when you do understand what this technology is, you're going to get it to everyone you love. And people are going to say yes or no. Some of them you're going to like, I always say to people, like, just give someone a hug and just put it on the back of their neck. There's no drugs, there's no chemicals, there's no stimulants in it. Um, so we love the way you're sharing, and then you travel back and forth as well, right? Tell us just for a moment, like, what do you say to a stranger when you first meet them if they are asking, what are you up to? What do you do? Like, what's a simple way you explain the X39 to someone?
I asked if they have any aches or pains, and normally, if they're above 40, because their stem cells are declining, they're like, "Yeah, I got a sore shoulder, sore knee, or sore area." I was like, "Would you be interested in a little patch, non-transdermal? It may or may not help you, but you can try." And I just give them one to try and send them the information, and then
Yeah,
I actually just asked them if they want to try it, and then what is it?
so
It's a
good.
stem cell patch. It just
Yeah,
helps your body's own stem cells.
brilliant. Love it. Well, thank you for sharing today. So many more stories coming out of your world. And love that you're over there and then that we get to see you in all the various places we get to travel together. So,
Next month
um,
in Miami, Bahamas.
that's right. Super excited. Thank you so much, Annie. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Vanessa.
Amazing. Well, we are going to hear now from a really beautiful man in our community who we've had the honor of getting to know via my own family. And we love again how this spreads. And usually it's not just the one time that someone's going to tell you about the X39 and Life Wave. Usually it might take a few revisits. And so that's what happened with Martin. So, Martin, will you just share a little bit of your story? What's been going on for you, your family, and friends as well.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Vanessa, and welcome to everyone. Yes, Vanessa's sister actually is one of my neighbors, and she introduced me and gave me a lot of information about it. And as a bloke who's busy, kind of put it on the desk and kind of left it there. But then I went to a business meeting that Vanessa and Andrew were running, and I knew they were going to be talking about the patches and LifeWave, and I went to hear the full story. And I was hooked because I had some health issues. So I started using them about 3 months after I originally heard about them. I'd never heard about them before. So yeah, I'm a golfer like Annie, and I was looking after a 2 acre property, driving up and down. I was working in a big warehouse in one of the most trusted companies in Australia. That was very physical, long hours on your feet, lifting and shifting stuff, but I loved it. But unfortunately, due to severe ache in my upper spine and also my little pinkies, I damaged and they were sore, and every time I hit them was like, ouch. So that was affecting everything I did, from walking up a hill to I didn't want to play golf. Going to work was painful. Driving down and landscaping a 2 acre property and doing all the maintenance, I didn't look forward to it, but I had to do it. So my morale was low. I wasn't enjoying life like I used to, and I wasn't playing golf. So that was a bit of a problem for me, as that's my passion. So once I put the patches on, it did take a little while. I was focused on the ache in my back. If I could get rid of that, success. It took a month, and every day I woke up, it was like, oh, still there, But I was told I'm 65 at the time, it's been 6 or 7 months. 1 month, fantastic. The ache was gone. The joy was a bit further back into my life, and I could do the things I wanted to do again. So that was number one priority. So I was then able to go, well, I can play golf because it's not going to be unpleasant. And so morale was getting better. What I also noticed was the next thing was sleep. And because being a guy, 65, inflammation, I have a check every 6 months and I'm fine. But still got to get up 3 times a night. Uh, and I just slowly noticed after about 3 months that it was like, oh, I'm not getting up so much. So therefore I would get more sleep. And also I was dreaming. So I must have been in deep sleep. So I'm repairing, feeling better. Now I can go all night. I go to bed at 10:30, and I'll be up at 6:30 and go all night sleep. I can remember my dreams and the people I talk to, and it's like I'm in a 3D reality. So that was a big change. So physically, much better, morale, fantastic. I now play golf. I was able to, I wouldn't have been able to do this without the patches. I went home to England after 7 years for 9 weeks. So a bit emotional. I wouldn't have done that if I had the problem before. I went to air shows all day, car shows, drove around, went camping, up the top of tours, stately homes, and caught up with friends I hadn't seen for 7 to 40 years. So that was a fantastic experience. Wouldn't have been able to do that. So that was a huge, huge thing I wanted to do. The other one, my eyesight. I hadn't had my eyes tested for 5 years. When I went to get them tested, they said you should be like here in how bad it has got. And I was about here, like a 2 year depreciation over 5 years. So maybe it had gone there and had gone back. I don't know, but it was not as bad as they thought it would be. And then my nails are growing stronger. I've actually got some color in my beard that was completely color free. So there's nothing there, but I have to go to get my hair done quicker. Uh, my nails are stronger. I have to cut them now. So that was me, complete change in my life and what I can do. So thank you to Vanessa's sister, Lara, and thanks to Vanessa and Andrew that I'm on them, and it's fantastic. Another thing was I didn't get it just for myself. My son is on the spectrum. In the old days, they called it Asperger's. On the spectrum, they have various issues dealing with people and life in general, so it's quite stressful. I got the patches, I bunged one on him, got him straight away. His life changed. He's out there in the world. He's now at church. He helps at church. He has dancing lessons. He goes, games nights. He has people over to his house. He goes drifting in Japan. So, and we have a much, much better relationship. We've got this bond with connecting on a health thing, and we can talk about everything and anything. So our relationship is so much better. He's less stressed and he's thriving in the world. So two huge things just from that little patch. And I go out, I put it on there, and away we go.
Martin, thank you so much for sharing. And I've got such a brilliant picture. I'm going to find it in a moment of really just the last 2 years, all that before and after. And we tell people all the time when they start patching, take some pictures that are just a little bit more like up close and ready to compare, because on every level, what's happening on the inside is starting to reflect on the outside. So we say to people later, you regret it if you don't. So in a moment, just as you're sharing a little bit more, I'll find that picture. But Martin, thank you for talking about quality of life. I think that the big banner across LifeWave is live long but live well, right? Like that is basically the mandate of this mission. And so for you to say without this technology, I kind of imagined going overseas. Just talk a little bit more if you could. Like, why do you feel, what is it that you feel gave you? Is that energy? What is it that made you go, okay, I can go overseas now?
Uh, it was simply that I didn't have the physical ache
Okay.
that if your upper back is aching and you just pick something up, or you want to walk up a hill and you just go, my chest is tight, my back's aching, I don't want to do it. And
Yeah.
so without going the route that, obviously I have a medical professional that looks after me, the
Yeah.
advice there, have to use a different protocol. And now I'm just on all natural. That's what I've been for a long time. And I don't have that fear of it's not going to be pleasant. I don't want to go to the beach and get dumped because it's going to be a problem. So that was the main thing, is that side of it that meant morale. And I can go and play golf. I play 3 or 4 day golf tournaments, without any problem at all.
Love it. Love it. And people will ask a lot because they've been impacted already by your story of your son. People will ask, what is it that you're patching with? So just talk about what that looks like for your son and how simple it is.
We started just with the X39, month one,
Hmm. Yeah.
X39, and then month 2 and 3 we did X39 in the day, X Aeon at night, because of
Mhm.
information. Also, he put on a little bit of weight over, the period we've been through, and then it was just straight X39, and now he's had some glutathione as well for the immune system, because there's stuff going around. So
Yeah.
we're boosting things up. So those are the main one was X39, then a couple of months of X4 Aeon, and then he has the facility to use that again. So that was mainly X39 was the number one.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah, we always say that's kind of the hero. That is it. Like that's the only one doing the regeneration. But I'm happy that you've referenced just some of what we call life waves targeted patches, like their support patches. So when inflammation can come down, brain can balance, and absolutely glutathione just to elevate those antioxidants by around about 300%. So yeah,
Yeah.
we love your story and it's unfolding on so many levels, and you're sharing with everyone you know, right?
Yep, yep. I think they need to see this and go, because a couple of the people that I know here in Australia hadn't seen me for like 6 months. One of them was a therapist, another one was a person I go and stay with. And they just looked at me and said, "What are you doing? You look
Yeah.
so much younger." And I said, just
Yeah.
went, "Well, I'm just using this." And they said, "Well, tell me more." And they're using the patches now. So, and
That's
it was
awesome.
that quick and simple, simply from not having seen me for so long.
Well, with that in mind, let's show for the purpose of the recording your, if you don't mind, your
No, that's fine.
before, and I always say during because that's pretty much what it is. So this is what we get to share out. So this is Martin, and just talk a little bit about what you notice here too, Martin.
Um, I had a shave.
Always helps.
I've actually
Exactly.
modernized my glasses as well. So uh, the one on the right is the more modern look. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it's the skin blotching. I've got some stuff on my forehead. Whatever. My skin is much stronger and softer.
Totally.
Um, I do know I had to Zimmer my ears. They grow that much quicker. Uh, yeah, complexion of my skin is a good one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And while we're here, I love showing this one as well. This is our dear and loved friend Sue Dux. And Sue Dux is who we patched, one of our very first people when my husband and I started about 2 years ago. I met her at the markets. I was just sharing a little bit about LifeWave every time I do my fruit and veggie shopping. She had a pain she described as gluteal bursitis, like spent thousands of dollars trying to get rid of this pain, could barely sit or stand. It was excruciating for over a year. And so like we do all over the world, locally and globally, wherever we are, I just said we may have something that can help with that. Never make promises or guarantees. And so, but the pain was in her butt, as she loves to explain. And so I'm like, well, I'm not putting a patch on your butt, but if you want to take one to the bathroom and pop it on somewhere where the pain is, feel free. 20 minutes later, she came over. She'd never met my husband. She started like sitting and standing and sitting and standing and nearly crying while she's doing it in front of him, and he didn't know what she was doing. Basically, that pain went away and never came back. She's never had to deal with that again. However, as she said, she had years and years of inflammation and a lot of other things going on in her body. And so, over the course of these last few years, all that inflammation's gone, and so many other benefits have come to Sue. She's a great grandma. She is got her eyes on what this opportunity looks like for her to make a huge impact on people. This is such a purpose she's found in her refinement years, as we like to call them, not retirement. And we love her. But this is what we like to say is the longer term impact. When you see this video and you hear these stories and you say, could it do this for me or could it do this for me? The answer is if your body chooses to prioritize that, yes, it can do that. A lot of other factors come into whether it's going to do it quickly or slowly. Our environment, our stresses, the way we take care of ourselves, and a lot of other things going on. But when light enters your body, some incredible things are going to happen. And so I do just want to close out this recording and this call and just say one more time again, we are not claiming to diagnose, treat, or cure, but we are encouraging people all over the world to simply daily wear a patch, put a patch on, less than a coffee a day, go without something if you need to that would maybe take away from your health benefits, and invest into you and your health. You can also look at a few information websites. So I'll just share my screen and show you what they would be so that you know where to find more information. Obviously, you're going to go back to the brand partner that might share this video with you, and just encourage you to explore what does it look like to get started patching. And so this is how you'll get started. You'll contact the person who invited you today, and then you'll choose a package that suits your budget and your needs. The second thing I want to highlight to you is don't keep it to yourself. This is something that we really do encourage people to think not just about yourself, but who else can you get this information out to? Because our vision is to see this in 1 billion homes across the world. It's in over 100 countries, and we'd love to partner with you in making this impact. And there's a very generous way that the company will say thank you to you and pay you to market this and share this, as opposed to having to pay a marketing company. This is the fastest way product moves across the world. If you want more information, ask the person who showed this to you. They won't have all the answers because you don't need to, but they'll guide you to resources that you need. And lastly, there is an information site called thisisit.info.com. It's based out of our team from the USA. Hundreds of testimonies on that page, as well as what is light therapy, how does it work, big Florida energy in a whole lot of the interviews with the doctors and the athletes and all the rest of it, because our team is just so passionate about this out of the States. But again, this goes all around the world. If you want a personal, private testimony page, you can go to Stories of Light, a page that I host. My husband and I have been brand partners for 2 years in this business. We have over 5,000 people that are purchasing product from our team. And then, like we said, hundreds of thousands around the world. So thank you for being on. To Martin and Annie today, thank you for sharing your story of light and what happens when light enters your life. And we can't wait to hear more and more testimonies from so many of you that are going to watch this video later. So thank you so much.